Hello, viewers. I'm Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal. Stand before you with a topic Silent Valley Movement and Tehri Dam Movement. In plus 3 fifth semester DSE-2 paper, there is a topic Environmental Movements in India. Major environmental movements in India. And today, in Major Environmental Movements in India, part 3, I will discuss two important environmental movements like Silent Valley movement and Tehri Dam movement. But before I discuss Silent Valley movement and Tehri Dam movement, I want to inform my viewers that my channel name is Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. What you will find in this channel? In this channel, so far as plus 3 level is concerned, from plus 3 first semester to 6th semester, political science honors, from plus 3 first semester to 5th semester, ethics and values, from plus 3 first semester to 2nd semester, political science general elective, and environmental studies videos of plus 3 first semester are found in this channel, both in English and Odia. And so far as plus 2 level is concerned, total plus 2 second year political science topics are discussed in forum video in this channel, and some political science videos of plus 2 first year are also found in this channel. I want to inform my viewers that all my videos are in English and Odia. Any video which is in Odia, be sure that its English version is also in the channel. Any video which is in English, be sure its Odia version is also in the channel. Let us start. Silent Valley movement. But before we discuss Silent Valley environmental movement, we must know first of all a few lines. What is an environmental movement? Environmental movement or green movement or conservation movement aims to protect the natural world from human activities that cause harm. It has been originated in India in the beginning of 20th century. Following are major environmental movements in India. Before we discuss major environmental movements, mainly Silent Valley movement and Tehri Dam movement, we must be clear about the meaning of environmental movement. So what is an environmental movement? Environmental movement, which is otherwise known as the green movement or environmental conservation movement or environmental conservation movement aims to protect the natural environment from the activities of human beings which harm it. So, environmental movement or green movement or conservation movement is a movement which aims to protect the natural world from those human activities which harm the environment. And in India, environmental movements were started in the early part of 20th century. And in the major environmental movements, part 1, part 2, I have discussed some environmental movements. And today, in the environmental movements, part 3, I will discuss Silent Valley movement, which is a major environmental movement. So, what is a Silent Valley environmental movement? It is an environmental movement held to protect tropical forests, means forest where there is excess temperature and excess rainfall in the Palakkad district of Kerala. So, Silent Valley environmental movement was held in Palakkad district of Kerala to protect tropical forests. Means a forest where there is excess temperature and excess rainfall. So, Silent Valley environmental movement is a movement which was held to protect tropical forests, means where there is excess rainfall and excess temperature, which is in the Palakkad district of Kerala. So, Silent Valley movement is a movement whose object is to protect the tropical forests which is found in Silent Valley in the Palakkad, P-A-L-A-K-K-A-D, Palakkad district of Kerala. This Silent Valley is a home to the largest population of lion-tailed macaques and other species and medicinal plants. This Silent Valley is a home for lion-tailed macaques, it is a type of monkey, and other species and medicinal plants. Silent Valley movement was started in 1973 when Kerala State Electricity Board decided to implement the Silent Valley Hydroelectric Project SVHEP on the river Kunti Puja in the Silent Valley. This Silent Valley movement was started in 1973 when Kerala State Electricity Board decided to construct a hydroelectric project, means a project where electricity will be produced from the river water Kunti Puja, Kunthipuja. By this 8.3 kilometer rainforest will be submerged. By this 8.3 kilometer rainforest will be submerged, which will affect both the flora, means plants, and fauna, animals of the forest. So, Silent Valley movement was started in 1973 when Kerala State Electricity Board decided to construct a hydroelectric project on the river Kunthipuja. So, if the hydroelectric project will be constructed, 8.3 kilometer of forest will be submerged. By this, the rare species like lion-tailed macaques, monkey, some species and medicinal plants will be destroyed. So it will affect the flora, means plants, and fauna, animals of the forest. So it was the reason of the Silent Valley movement. The project faced strong opposition from Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad, KSSP, a non-governmental organization, to stop the Silent Valley hydroelectric project in 1978, which feared destruction of rich biodiversity, means varieties of living beings and their interactions. So when Kerala State Electricity Board decided to construct a hydroelectric project on the river Kunthipuja, at the time a NGO, non-governmental organization, Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad opposed. This organization opposed the decision to construct a hydroelectric project on the river Kunthipuja in the Silent Valley because this organization feared that if the hydroelectric project will be constructed, the environment of the Silent Valley and the biodiversity, means living beings and their interactions, will be in danger. The central issue of the Silent Valley protest include protection of the tropical rainforest and maintenance of ecological balance. The Kerala Shastra Sahitya Parishad protested because if in the Silent Valley the hydroelectric project will be constructed on the river Kuntipuja, then it will affect the forest, because a large part of forest will be submerged, and it will affect the ecological balance. The protection of tropical forest and maintenance of ecological balance was the main issue for which the protests were made. Protests were made in non-violent way. The protests were made in non-violent way, like protests, rallies, petitions, and debates all over the state. The movement was made in a non-violent way, like protests, rallies, petitions, and debates. Due to public pressure, the project was ultimately abandoned or cancelled. Due to severe public protest, the project was cancelled or withdrawn or cancelled or abandoned. And Silent Valley was declared as national park in 1985 by then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. So when there was severe public protest, then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi declared Silent Valley will be declared Silent Valley as the national park in 1985. This park is in Nilagiri Hills of Western Ghats, covers 237.52 square kilometer. This Silent Valley was declared as national park, and the project of hydroelectricity project on Kuntipuja was cancelled, and this Silent Valley is situated in the Nilagiri Hills of Western Ghat. It covers 237.52 square kilometer. So Silent Valley movement is a successful environmental movement. Number 2, another environmental movement we will discuss, Tehri Dam project. Tehri Dam project. TEHRI, Tehri Dam project. So Tehri Dam movement is also an environmental movement. So what is Tehri Dam movement? Tehri Dam movement was a series of protests against the construction of Tehri Dam on the river Bhagirathi in a place New Tehri in Tehri Garewal district of Uttarakhand. Tehri Dam movement, Tehri Dam environmental movement is a environmental movement where a series of protests were made when decision was taken to construct Tehri Dam on the river Bhagirathi in New Tehri, in Tehri Garwal, Garhwal district of Uttarakhand. The movement was led by environmentalists like Sundarlal Bahuguna and a lawyer Birendranath Saklani, who founded Anti-Tehri Dam Struggle Committee. So Tehri Dam environmental movement is an environmental movement where series of protests were made when decision was taken to construct Tehri Dam on the river Bhagirathi in a place New Tehri in Tehri Garhwal, Garhwal district of Uttarakhand. And leaders of this movement were Sundarlal Bahuguna and a lawyer Birendra Dutt Saklani. And Sundarlal Bahuguna and Birendra Dutt Saklani, they formed Anti-Tehri Dam Struggle Committee. They protested against the decision to construct Tehri Dam. But why the protests were made? What are the cause of protest? The major objections were seismic sensitivity of the region, submergence of forest area along with Old Tehri town. The causes of this movement was that if Tehri Dam will be constructed, forest land will be submerged, then the inhabitants of Old Tehri town will be displaced, and where Tehri Dam will be constructed near Himalayan region, it is a uh, it is a seismic sensitivity area. Means there are probability of earthquakes. Despite the support of prominent leaders, including Sundarlal Bahuguna, the movement was failed to gather enough popular support at national international level. The government was determined to complete the project. When the decision was taken to construct Tehri Dam on the river Bhagirathi in New Tehri area of Tehri Garhwal district of Uttarakhand, protests were made. Protests were made because that area, which was near Himalaya region, was seismic sensitivity area. Means there are probability of earthquakes. Number 2, if dam will be constructed, forest land will be submerged. Then inhabitants of old Tehri town will be displaced. So movements were made. But in spite of these movements, government was determined to construct the project. Despite the support of prominent leaders like Sundarlal Bahuguna, the movement was failed to gather enough popular support at national international level. The government was determined to complete the project. In spite of protests, the government was determined to complete the project. No doubt protests were made, but these protests had not much popular support in the national and international level. So government was determined to complete the project. Again, Supreme Court allowed the construction of Tehri Dam project, concluding that there was no enough evidence to prove that project was being carried out by neglecting environment conditions. However, the court emphasized that rehabilitation of affected people must be completed before flowing of dam water at the dam site could occur. When the matter was taken to Supreme Court gave a decision that the dam will have to be constructed, and when the project for the dam was prepared, at the time different matters of environment were considered. Matters of environments were not neglected. So the dam must be constructed, because at the time of preparation of project for the dams, enough attention has been given to the environmental matters. So the dam must be made. But before the dam water will be flown to the area, or before by the dam water land will be submerged, adequate step must be taken for the rehabilitation of displaced people. So Supreme Court pointed out that Tehri Dam will be constructed, and at the time of preparation of project of the Tehri Dam, environmental matters have been taken into consideration. But before the dam water will be allowed to move, before the water of the dam will be flown to the submerged area, the displaced people must be properly rehabilitated. So in major environmental movements, part 3, I discussed Silent Valley movement and Tehri Dam movement. So I request my viewers to subscribe the channel, by which benefit will be yours. But the most important thing is that many students of plus 2 level and plus 3 level still are not aware about this channel. Please aware, so some students will be benefited. Remember, a little help to anybody, it is a great social work. I expect this much from my viewers. Thank you. Have a good day.